there. Welcome to the moment of grace. Today, I want to admonish you to empower what is in your hand. And I'm going to read to you from the book of John and chapter 6, verse 11. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were set down. Likewise of the fishes as much as they would. When they were filled, he said unto the disciples, gather up the fragments that remained, and nothing be lost. Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragment of 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten. And those who saw those miracles said of a truth, Jesus was a prophet that came from God unto the world. I want you to understand that material world is a creation of the spirit world. And that's what they were trying to acknowledge there. They saw material manifestation. They said, this must be a response from on high. You see, material world is a creation of the spirit world. Material world has capacity of response to spiritual principle. So Jesus said, if you will say to this mountain, be thou removed and cast into yonder, it's going to obey you, because material world is wired to respond to spirit world, because that's where it all came from. One way to enforce this response is you acknowledging the ultimate source. The creation of man is not man's idea. Having man sustained by material supply is also not man's idea. Remember, it was God who planted the fruit yielding trees in the garden, not man. So the fact that man needs material sustenance wasn't even man's idea, it was God's idea. It was God that planted the river in the garden. It was God that planted the gold in the river, by the river in the garden. The Bible said one of the river in Eden was piston that flowed through the land of the Avila, and the land was filled with much pleasant gold. So material sustenance is not man's idea. It wasn't Adam that said, oh God, I think we need food here. Can you please plant some trees? Or can you please plant some fruit? No, it was God's idea. Therefore, whatsoever quantity or quality of material supply is in your hand right now is not unknown to God. And what you need also is not unknown to God. And the difference is not unknown to God. What I'm saying is this: the bill in your hand is not unknown to God. The quantity of money you have to pay the bill right now is not unknown to God. The difference between your supply and the demand is not unknown to God, because God is God of knowledge. But by him actions are weighed. He is weighing your action. And Jesus Christ, as we just read here, had more than 5,000 men, aside women and children, and had 5 loaves of barley bread, and he has 2 fishes. God knew the quantity of food, God knew the quantity of people, and God knew the difference between the two. And so he knows how far he could go in meeting the multitude needs that Jesus had that day. The same way God knows the difference between your supply and your demand, and he knows how far your supply can meet the multitude of demand that is in your hand right now. And he knows also, my friend, that you need a miracle of supernatural supply. Jesus gave thanks and went about the next step as if the first step had been accomplished, has been answered, and the miracle caught up with him along the way. What I'm saying is this: Jesus took the bread and gave thanks and started distributing as if it's been done, because faith is a doing as if it's been done. Having given thanks, Jesus gave thanks and started distributing and gave the bread to the disciples, and the disciples started giving the bread to the people, and the miracle between the hand of Jesus and the disciple and the people happened. The miracle caught up with the company of Christ along the way. Somewhere between the hand of the disciple and the consumer, a miracle happened. I've come to announce to somebody today that somewhere between now and where the supply is needed to be delivered, a miracle will also happen for you. It's my prayer for you, therefore, that God who did for Christ, and as he has sent Christ, Christ has sent us, will show up for you this moment, this time, this season of your life, when demand seems to have outstripped the supply. I want you to know that God knows the difference. God knows the balance that needed to be added. And I pray in the name of Jesus for supernatural markup for you, supernatural makeup for you, supernatural supply for you. Be it money, be it job or promotion, be it customer for your business. It might be paper to work with. I don't know what it is, but hear me and hear me good today. God empowers what is in our hand when we acknowledge him as the source of all things in the first place. And how did Jesus say after he has given thanks? I want you, rather than crying and mourning and complaining and throwing tantrum, start giving thanks. Stop complaining. You complain too much, and that is why the breads are not yet multiplying. Stop complaining. Some of you are looking for good friends, good partners, but the one that are around now seems not to be good enough for you. Thank God that you even have somebody around you. I want you to understand that when you give thanks, the bread start multiplying. I pray for you for miracle of multiplication. I pray for you that Jesus will show up in your situation right now in the name of Jesus. I lift up whatsoever is in your hand right now that seems insufficient to him who is able to do all things, and I give thanks on your behalf, and I pray that everything start multiplying in Jesus' mighty name. I rebuke sickness, pain, ache, swelling in your body. That bleeding, I command it to stop now in the name of Jesus Christ. I pray that the healing virtue of Christ will flow as this word goes forth now and heal you from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet in Jesus' mighty name. I want to remind you that on the 25th of this month, November 2016, is Wonders Night between 7 and 10 p.m. and the theme is King of Kings. I want you to come 312 to 314 London Road, room RM7 9NH. That's our venue, the Army Center. I want you to come and have encounter with the power and the Spirit of Jesus, and there he will do your own crowning in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.